Bokuto shit talker black. Now let's get back to enLIL being the serpent. So I'm going to read this as though it is enLIL. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast. Now enLIL was more subtle than any beast of the field which Enki had made. And he said unto the pink chick, he said unto the pink chick, yea, have Enki said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? See, he asked the question to make sure that he's going to go against Enki. And the pink chick said unto Enki, enLIL, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Enki said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And Enki said to the pink chick, ye shall not surely die, for Enki doeth not know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be gods, knowing good and evil. So then, since you say it's enLIL, the woman begins to talk to enLIL. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, you know that his brain cells, something's wrong with him. Oh well, I don't know. It's not focusing right this morning. You see those lines going through? If you see those lines, like I see them going through my camera, there's no reason for any lines to be going through. There's no shades or anything in the room I'm in. I'm more so like in the closet or something. So that's directed energy and possibly why I can't actually see what I'm reading. Anyway, when the pink chick saw that the tree, the knowledge he's giving her, was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree be desired to make one wise. See, there it goes, go ahead. The knowledge that, since you say enLIL, the knowledge that enLIL was giving her, it was desired to make one wise. That means you will know every fucking thing Enki knows, them like his children. And so the pink chick, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat. Now this is a code, so you'll read it like it's a fairy tale, but it's actually a code. Up here it said, see, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden. There's another scripture in here that tells you something is in the midst of it. And here, this United States. But it actually is BUSH. Bush. You know, Bush, United States, is in the midst of Bush, which is United Snakes, really. But I say United States because I live here, so we're not supposed to take on the knowledge of United States. But they just kept feeding it to us and feeding it to us until we forget about this. Now, these scriptures can be told 9 different ways, sometimes even more. And the eyes of them were both open, and they knew that they were naked. And they so fake, see that, so that's going into something else. So now you say enLIL, he went into the garden. But So this is what enLIL said to her. For Enki, do it. No. So Enki knows that in the day ye eat thereof, in the day you sit there and you listen to what he's saying and giving you all this knowledge, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. See, and they read this to you to tell you to take on the knowledge they're about to give you because, oh, God doesn't want you to know what he knows, this, that, and other. No, Enki didn't want his children to know what he knew. So this is enLIL going into the garden to talk to the pink chick and also to have sex with the pink chick. This is what happened too. Why would enLIL want his brother's children to be evil like Enki, knowing good and evil? And then they have all these little stupid ass sayings like, if it wasn't for good, we wouldn't know evil. We don't need to know evil. But this is trick too. It should say knowing God and the evil. That means to know about Enki and to know about Enki's evil ways. But Enki didn't want her to know that. So this is why I say this cannot be enLIL. Doesn't even sound like enLIL. And the only way anyone would think or believe that this is it, enLIL, is you have a belief system. The pink man came, he is the serPENt, the serpent, the sir with the pen, who wrote that dumb stupid ass book and then put it out to you. And it's so damn stupid. And I don't even see how you think these people, 707 mom, these people may think, these people, they give you a belief system and then they come in with a pen to change everything in your world. When they are your teachers, then your own brain cells will not be able to get to you, okay? So, all I'm saying, this is not enLIL's character. The pink man gave you enLIL's character. He told you how enLIL was. And enLIL was not the evil one. Anu is the one. Anu, he really did appreciate enLIL. And he really didn't too much like Enki. But it seemed like they were that way since the day Enki was born or something. But Enki, he always bumped heads with Anu. Always. Doesn't bump head with Anu right now because he sees with his knowledge, because he wanted to make these genetically like strong or something children, Oh wow, man, this shit is just really messed up. And then Adam here in the scriptures too can be told many different ways. I know at least 9 different ways to tell every fucking scripture. So I may go back to the same scripture to tell you something else and say, oh, this scripture means this, 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 and this. Then you come to me and say, oh, I thought you said this scripture means this. It does. But you have to know what an encode is. And these scriptures are coded and encoded. So now if anyone wants to keep believing that enLIL wanted his brother's children to be just as evil as Enki, then just keep believing that the serpent in the garden was enLIL. When enLIL is really the only one that helped his brother. When Enki began to cry for Anu to come and get him from the moon, the Mars. If it were not for enLIL, Enki would never have survived. They were going to eat his ass too. His children, they are barbaric. The brain cells are warped. They only have 12 strands of DNA, so they're missing so much. This is why they are the way they are, and they're very what would you call it, like egotistical. That's really not the word I want, but the egos are very, very high. And I will say this again: there was Enki's son, and they came into the garden, and it says this is the oldest son. Well, it's his oldest son as far as being the pink motherfuckers. But they played the game again almost with Ham. Except Ham's first son came out pink. As though they say Ham had a sexually transmitted disease, and that's what happened to his children. That's why his children did not, his firstborn, but he had more who were pink, but he had some that were melanated. But his first son came out pink. He got no melanin. And he was a little wicked bastard too. He was the first murderer. And that's to let us know that the pink man is the first murderer on the planet. But if you ask me, in the galaxies, Enki is the first murderer. And his children, shit, they're just like him. They ate from that fucking field. And the field that they ate from this time, it was the mind. Like, say, like Snitton wrote that book. And everyone read it. They already gave you a belief system, so now Snitton is telling you the truth. And ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And we do die on this planet. But the pink man, he was dying faster than us, way faster than us. The other pink guy, he said that when Anu and them came down, they age rapidly. Well, yes, we do age rapidly on this planet, but the pink man, he ages even more rapidly. But the pink bastard didn't tell you that. And they do die and they do mildew, and this is why they came up with alcohol to drink it, to try to cleanse their inside with the alcohol so that they do not die. But the melanated man really is not supposed to touch the alcohol. And in reading this book, Melanin, I found that we have alcohol in our system. I did not know that. And they said this is why the melanated man is not supposed to drink alcohol, because we already have alcohol there. It cleanses our insides and it stops us from mildewing. The pink man does not have alcohol. He has to make it. So even the alcohol in the pink man system is simulated. So they give you the simulated alcohol. You already have alcohol in your DNA. So some will act even crazy when they get on the alcohol. Some will just turn pissy drunk. I mean, so drunk, they piss on themselves. So drunk, you find them when you go outside, get ready to go outside, you find them on the steps, laying there in the piss. Some are even laying in the piss and the vomit, because they have way too much alcohol in the DNA, and then they add in the simulated alcohol. So, as I said, this is about Enki, enLIL, and Enki's children that he performs some form of experiment on. And when you even read what's going on in the garden, when he puts Adam, which is a dame, to sleep, he did put Pandora to sleep. He did. Then he began to experiment. And it tells you about an experiment here in Genesis 3, if you actually read it. But if you just read this from this scripture, man, that's like, that should have put me to fucking sleep. And all this is done in Genesis 3. And then Genesis 3 is wisdom, knowledge, and comprehension of what you're reading, and who the serpent is, and who the Lord God is. The serpent is one of Enki's pink children, the oldest pink male, because the female, she came out first. She was the one that did not get the melanin. You know, even as she grew, she got older, she never got the melanin. She stayed pink. So this is one of Enki's pink sons, the oldest, the first pink son that came about. So he will be the second pink child to come about. And he came in and he got his sister, and he had his sister to have sex with him. Somewhere here it says you're not supposed to eat from the midst of the garden. No, what is in the midst of the garden? Besides the United States, and we're here and they're teaching us every fucking thing. And we eat everything they throw out the fucking mouths because they give us a belief system. Every now and then I'll say believe, but I really have deleted it. But I was born with it, and so were my parents and my grandparents too. So it's kind of hard to get rid, to delete a belief system. You have to just keep running what guards your mind, so the belief system does not creep back in. The serpent does not creep back in. And in the midst of the garden, so your head is a garden. That is a tree also. It bears fruits, your thoughts, and this and that. Then your feet, it is a garden. They carry you here and there. And then in the midst of the garden is your private parts. So she did eat from the midst of the garden. I don't know why I say she ate from the apple, unless it's backwards to tell you that she actually had the apple. Her brother, he had the banana, a carrot, a cucumber, or whatever, you know, that looks like a penis. But the pink man has us all fucked up in the head, the way he taught us how to read things. And then the words he uses, a bastard linguist. He takes this word from here and borrows this one from here, and then goes and re-borrows this one and takes this one out on a loan. No, this is 17 minutes in, and I just wanted really to just get that all about Enki, enLIL, not being the serpent. And enLIL is not more subtle than any beast of the field. And there's a code here. This word would say east. So today I would say it's Obama. Of the field, EL, of the gods, which Enki had made. Because Enki also made melanated children, just like Ham. Ham also made melanated children. It's your talker. Love you, Robes.